Alright guys, I'm not really planning on doing a bunch of videos like these unless the topic of the videos are about video games, the show, or if it's not a video game, it has to be really shit like the God of High School, or in today's case, it's really good and I just felt that I needed to make a video review of it. And today that show is called Cobra Kai. I don't really know why I needed that suspense for it because I'm probably gonna put it in the title anyway. But yeah, let's get into it. But before we do get in the video, I just want to say that there are minor spoilers. So if you didn't finish the whole series, you know, if you don't care, then you can stay. But if you do care, you haven't finished the whole series, then I advise that you just click off the video right now. I do want to go over the negatives of the show first, just to get out the way. There aren't that many, but there are a few. First of all, I think at certain points they did try to rush it. They could have at least, like for example, the tournament. They put that in the first season, and they only had the tournament in 1 day, 1 or 2 days. I can't remember, but I think they should have at least had the tournament in the second season and had it be more than 2 at least. I think it should have been like 3 at least, because they barely been doing martial arts for a year. They beat the champion, and then the dude that beat the champion lost to the next guy who's been doing it. I don't know if he's been doing it even less than him, but some shit like that. And of course, people can have their off days, but still, I do think that they should have had it in the next season, especially since you kind of already know that they're gonna win because they're the main characters. What I meant to say is that I just didn't find this believable I don't really like at this point in time because they haven't been training as much compared to the other guys. Honestly, I think that's the only negative. I can't really think of anything else besides the fact of them rushing some scenes. Now, when I say they have the tournament in 1 day, of course, usually it is like that. But what I meant is they should have had more episodes about the tournament because they just pushed in 1 day. Of course, it's not that bad that they did this. It's just I think they should have had more. But it was a pretty good ending for the first season. I do think that. I think they did that because they didn't really know what else to do for the ending of it, and that's how the ending of the first movie ended. And yeah, it's just like what do you call it? Repeating process. Like it's starting to show you that there's a war kind of between Cobra Kai and the Russo. I forgot his name. The other dojo that I was trying to think of is called the Miyagi-Do. Damn, what's his name? Anyways, like there's a war kind of between the Cobra Kai and the other dojo. Now we're getting into the positives, and there will be a little bit more spoilers than I did talk about in the negatives. So I'm about to get into it now. First of all, I do think they built up other stuff better than they did build up the tournament arc, or I guess it wasn't really an arc anyway. The falling friend relationship between Hawk and his other friend, I can't remember. It really allowed other things to build up too. I think they did it in a good way. I don't really know how to explain it. Hawk was just a shy little kid. Not really little, but they're in high school. But he was a shy kid, and they had this because he had a face deformity. And his friend was always there for him. But then he went to martial arts, and they was like, "Oh, don't be a pussy, don't be a pussy," because that's how the coach was teaching them initially. But the coach decided to change the way. But Hawk, he wanted to be the badass, so every time he'd be around his friend and he wouldn't agree with him, he'd call him a pussy, and this just began like. This is one of the things that started a war. Like even in the mall, they chased him down and they tried to jump him. But this also led to other things too, because some of the characters were like, wow, this isn't right. I don't want to be in this school. And it was because of Hawk and, well, also the Master's old ways that really is making people think like, oh, wow, these guys are a piece of shits, when they're really not. Well, in the tournament, they did do some dishonorable stuff, like hitting them while they're down or in their injured spot. But the coach wanted to change them, and the students listened, besides Hawk. Now, like I said, some students didn't want to, be there, so they actually left to the other and joined the other, like school, not school, yeah, dojo, and this led to, like, a divide between two, because there were also some friends that left and some friends that stayed. And eventually, at the end of the season, there was a mini war between them. Oh yeah, that's also one I want to say. Miguel, he found a new girlfriend after breaking up with his old one, and, something happened, and basically, his girlfriend got mad, and then a war started between the two dojos within the school. And at the end of this second season, I'm not gonna spoil it. It's just some crazy shit happens. But when and I don't know, I didn't really cry. I was just like, damn, that's fucked up. I like these characters. I don't want anything to happen to any of them. So yeah, but I thought there wouldn't be any more because it wasn't initially a Netflix original, and then Netflix just picked it up and put it out there. So I was like, oh man, this isn't even gonna have any more seasons. But then at the end of it, it said Cobra Kai will return for another season or something like that, and my reaction was kind of a little something like this. Let's go! That was whack. I don't know why I did that. It was like trash than what my actual reaction was. But yeah, peace.